It's finally happened. The MetaQuest Gaming Showcase just wrapped today, and we're going to talk about everything that was announced. And let me tell you, there's some really exciting stuff coming. All right, first up, let's get this huge one out of the way, Assassin's Creed VR. Assassin's Creed Nexus VR officially announced at Showcase, but they didn't really show anything. You see, all that the trailer did was announce that you have to tune into the Ubisoft Forward on June 12th for a full review. Still really encouraging, because we're actually going to get information on it, but this 13-second trailer is literally just announcing that they're going to reveal it at the Ubisoft Forward on June 12th. But at least we know that it's coming soon. Another game that I've been looking forward to is Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable. It was announced a little while ago, but now here is the first official trailer for it. This is pre-rendered. This isn't gameplay, obviously. I wish it was gameplay. Still, though, being able to use the ODM gear is going to be absolutely amazing in VR, and in co-op, it's going to be amazing as well. Yes, I said co-op. You're going to actually be able to play co-op in this game and fight against the Titans. It looks terrifying. There's a fan game on SideQuest, Attack on Quest, and it's great. And it just makes me even more excited for this game because Attack on Titan's amazing, and I can't wait to play this in VR. Attack on Titan says it's coming this winter. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. This is Samba de Amigo. Now, this is a Sega game originally, and this is coming to the Quest. It's a rhythm-based game with maracas and Mexican-inspired music, and I don't know. I don't know much about it. I never played the original version, but this is apparently making its way to the Quest with a partnership with Sega, which is insane. Come on, Sonic, to the Quest. That is coming in the fall of 2023. So Sega partnering with Quest now. Amazing. I love it. We actually knew about this game already, but this is our first kind of gameplay-ish trailer, story trailer. This is Stranger Things VR. In this game, you actually become Vecna, which is a very interesting take, and you can tell by this gameplay that is going to be very different than what some people might have expected a Stranger Things game to be. You're not playing one of the kids, you're actually playing Vecna. So if you've always wanted to be in Stranger Things, but not just in it, be the villain in it, then I think that you'll enjoy this. That was announced as also coming in fall of 2023. Wouldn't surprise me if this did not come for Halloween. You're not going to want to miss this next game. But first, one of VR's best-selling game series, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, is going on sale for a limited time this month. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is not only a best-selling game, but it's a fantastic story-based zombie survival game, and it rarely goes on sale, so this is a big deal. Starting today, you can jump to the link in the description for the Quest and Steam sale currently going on, and the PSVR sale will be coming soon as well. Plus, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners has partnered with VR Cover to design and offer a chance to win one of 500 limited run Walking Dead Saints and Sinners facial interfaces for your Quest 2. This thing looks freaking awesome. These are limited edition. There's a link in the description. Jump to that link and enter the Gleam giveaway for your chance to win one of these Walking Dead Saints and Sinners facial interfaces. Don't miss out on this limited time sale or the VR cover giveaway. Jump to the links down in the description. I'm actually really excited for this one. This is Bulletstorm. Now, if the name sounds familiar, yes, this is a game that was originally launched as a flat game being brought to VR. It's actually being brought by the same people that brought Green Hell VR. This is going to be brutal. This game was friggin' brutal in flat screen, and I can't even imagine how much more brutal and amazing it's going to be in virtual reality on the Quest. It looks so fun, kicking the enemies, and it looks awesome. The guns look really cool. I love this whole thing of bringing old games to VR because there's just already amazing games, so many of them out there that I would love to experience in VR. And this is one that I never thought that I would want, but now seeing it and having played the flat screen version, this looks friggin' fantastic. And I cannot wait to play Bulletstorm VR. Doesn't actually give a timeline for this one. Hopefully we'll get more information very, very soon about Bulletstorm VR. Next up is The Seventh Guest. Now, if that name sounds familiar, this is kind of a familiar theme. This is a game that was launched as like a flat screen game, although it was very different. It didn't look anything like this. It was more like an AMV, like a video style mystery type of game from what I remember. I never played it, but I do remember hearing of it. And I looked a little bit into it when I heard the name because I knew it sounded familiar. But for what I can tell, it was this really cool game with a really interesting story, and a lot of people really liked it. So that makes me excited to play it in VR. Now, that doesn't always translate properly But this is by Vertigo Games. They've done several really good games on Quest, from Arizona Sunshine, we'll talk about that a little bit later actually, to games like After the Fall. And they're all really well done. So I'm excited to jump into this mansion and see how this game works with these ghosts, and looks like mystery stuff happening and puzzles, and it just looks so much fun. The Seventh Guest looks fantastic. This also says coming in 2023, so another game coming at some point in this year. We all know that Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord is coming, and we got a brand new trailer and an announcement that it is coming this fall. Not gonna lie, the first trailer that I actually saw looked interesting and cool, but it almost looked kiddie, you know, like not scary, very, I don't know, like goofy looking. And there's pieces of this that look kind of goofy, but there's also pieces that give me hope that it could be a little bit creepy. Some of the settings that it shows and the lighting that it shows makes it a little bit more intriguing and mysterious. So I'm curious to see what they've done with this game. This is a multiplayer game, so regardless, I'll be playing it in multiplayer. Very excited to try Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord when it comes out this fall. They actually have 2 vampire games that were announced. This one, though, is by Fast Travel Games. This is Vampire the Masquerade Justice. Now, this is within the World of Darkness IP again. This is the second game by Fast Travel Games in the World of Darkness universe, but this is in the Vampire the Masquerade storyline. Now, you might not care what universe it's in, you just want to know about the game. This game actually looks very interesting because you actually play as a vampire, which is super unique, and I'm very curious to try to use the powers of a vampire in virtual reality. This game is a single-player adventure RPG where you're actually going to be not just hunting your prey, but also fighting against the other evil bad guy dudes. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about Vampire the Masquerade, so I'm probably butchering this entirely. But this is a full RPG game set in Venice, where you'll be exploring the actual city of Venice with a single-player narrative story, including NPC interactions and choices that you make throughout the story. Sounds fantastic. I love story-based games. It's something interesting about the slate. If you look at the end slate of this, you'll actually see that it says MetaQuest 2 and 3. This next game looks fantastic as well. Now, I'm not trying to overhype these games. I just get excited for new stuff. And some of these games look really fantastic. And this is called Dungeons of Eternity. This is actually a co-op dungeon crawling RPG. It is playable in 1 player as well, but it's up to 3-player co-op using physics-based combat and randomized dungeons for endless immersive action RPG experiences. This is apparently going to have random dungeons, which are constructed from hundreds of different chambers, from dark crypts to ruined castles, deep caverns. There'll be puzzles, traps, enemies, lots of different weapons you can use, physics-based combat, along with realistic physics interactions with the world itself. It includes randomly generated weapon drops and a progression system. I don't know about you, but that sounds so much fun. This again is launching in 2023. I want to play this game, like, a lot. I love dungeon crawling type of games, especially co-op ones. In VR, this is going to be fantastic, especially since it's randomized. It's just going to be one of those games you could sink tons of time into, and dang, I'm really excited for it. Next up, we've got a game by the ever awesome Resolution Games. This is Racket Club. Now, this is a multiplayer or single-player game. There is a single-player campaign, apparently, that you can actually play through. This will put you into a sports complex with what looks like different types of racket-style games, or maybe it's just one style. It's like a racquetball style thing, or maybe it's called squash. I'm not familiar with all the different racket type of games that there is, but it looks like it could be a lot of fun. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that game in Rec Room. Is that racquetball? I can't remember. There was a game in Rec Room when I played it a long time ago that was like this, where it was like rackets and balls, but I can't remember what it was. But anyways, this is either multiplayer or single-player campaign. Looks like a lot of fun, and I'm always up for new multiplayer sports games. This next game seems pretty darn interesting. This is a underground pit fight in a mech type of game. This is going to be a rogue-like style game with 100 plus items to add to your mech, like chainsaws and wrecking balls. This is like a robot brawling type of game, and it actually looks pretty cool. I really like the art style of this. This is a story-based game, apparently, but it's also like a rogue-like type of game. I don't know. It looks fun, though. I'm very curious to jump into one of these mechs. It looks fantastically crazy. Underdog says it's launching in early 2024. Next up, this is a known game, but one I'm really looking forward to. I Expect You to Die 3 Cog in the Machine. This game is coming this summer, and this is the 3rd game in the I Expect You to Die series, unless you count the mixed reality style game that they did, which was fun, but not a mainline game, so I probably wouldn't count that. But anyways, if you love I Expect You to Die, then you'll probably like this game. I love the game, so I'm looking forward to it. All right, here's the other vampire game I was talking about. This one's a lot different, though. This is called Silent Slayer Vault of the Vampire, and you are not a vampire in this. You are actually trying to kill a vampire. This is a stealth, suspense, single-player jump scare game, are all the descriptors that they use. This is by Shell Games as well, and it looks interesting. It looks scary as heck. It says, carefully crack open vampire coffins, disarm the traps, and stake them through the heart to stop an ancient ritual that would make a centuries-old vampire clan all-powerful. It sounds terrifying and awesome at the same time. Silent Slayer does not have an estimated release date. It just says to be announced. This one I'm very excited for. Power Wash Simulator VR finally coming to the Quest. That's right, the official Power Wash Simulator now actually coming to the Quest, and I'm excited, really excited. This is just the main game so far. At least that's all that's been announced. So like all the DLC is not apparently coming, at least not right away anyways. According to the information, it's launching sometime this year. I love this game. Like, this is so much fun to play, and I can't wait for it to actually launch. This is actually being published by Endreams. It actually has multiplayer, which is interesting. It's called Power Wash and Chill. Relax and kick back with friends in the same shared space and online multiplayer. Now, it seems like the campaign itself is single player, but there's some sort of multiplayer element to it, like a hangout place, which is kind of cool, actually. Anyways, I'm very excited for Power Wash Simulator VR to come out when it does sometime this year. This game is called Death Game Hotel. Now, I'm not really sure what the heck this game is. This looks to be some sort of gambling death game where you gamble your life, maybe? It's obviously very anime inspired, so I don't know exactly what this is. It looks disturbing, though. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this. This is called Death Game Hotel. Is this based on a current IP that I've never heard of? I don't know. Maybe. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you've heard of before. All right, so next on the list, I'm really excited for as well. This is Arizona Sunshine 2. That's right. Arizona Sunshine is getting a sequel, and it's coming to the Quest 2. It was actually recently announced it's coming to PlayStation VR 2 and to PC, but this is the first time we've heard about the Quest 2 version. I'm very excited to play this because it looks fantastic, and apparently it is getting a co-op, according to what I've been seeing on Twitter and in the other online areas. So I'm super excited. This looks fantastic. It's another story-based game, and it looks like the story is even heavier in this game. Even though the first one had a really heavy story, this one just looks even better. Very excited anyways. I know zombie games are plenteous, but Arizona Sunshine was something special. Even though it was older and doesn't necessarily have the best visuals, it still was something really fun, and I can't wait to see what they've done to update this game with everything that this developer has learned over the last several years. And last but certainly not least, Asgard's Wrath. That's right, Asgard's Wrath 2, actually, is coming to the Quest 2. Now, this is a game to get excited for. In fact, this is probably going to be the biggest or one of the biggest games on the entire Quest platform. This has a 60-hour campaign of exploration and combat, it says, and a free-roaming open-world environment, a large one. In fact, they use the word enormous. This is a continuation of the first Asgard's Wrath. This is amazing that this is going to be on Quest 2. Even the visuals look pretty darn good for Quest, which I'm assuming this is all Quest footage. This game looks so much fun. I just love this type of game in this time era. Winter 2023 it's coming, which probably is translated to holiday 2023, so probably like December of 2023, considering winter is starting in December, and it says 2023, so it's probably going to be in December. But this game looks so fantastic. I can't wait to play this. I love the first game. I didn't finish it because I just didn't get the time at the time. Well, you know what I mean. But I cannot wait for this game to come out. This is just going to be amazing. Another huge game for the Quest. There were a few other things in this showcase, like some updates to games, like, for instance, Little Cities, the Sandbox update, and stuff about NFL Pro Era. I'll maybe cover those different things in a different video, the update stuff. This was just for the new releases for the showcase. But what do you think? Let me know down below what you think of this showcase. Is this a good and exciting year for the Quest? For me, heck yes, it is. We didn't get GTA yet. Hopefully we'll hear about that maybe at Connect. but there's a lot of great games that are originals and a lot of great games that are ports like Bulletstorm. And then I'm super excited for Assassin's Creed Nexus VR. Make sure you tune in to that Ubisoft show on June 12th. And then, of course, Asgard's Wrath 2. Really excited for all that stuff. Very excited. I personally am excited for what is coming. Let me know down below, though, what you think about the showcase. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and happy questing.